Later.
Holy crap. Rick. God damn it. Look away, nothing to see here. Frick. Ugh. Frick. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again. My name is Naz, you're watching The Reaction Haven, and today I will be finally watching the last episode of the Grand Tour, One for the Road. First of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And second, if you haven't seen my trailer reaction to the Grand Tour, One for the Road, I'm gonna put a link up here somewhere. Go ahead and take a look at that first, and then come back to this video. That video got more than 1,000 views, which is a really big deal for this channel because we're very small. And if you enjoy watching reactions and content about Top Gear and the Grand Tour, if this reaction video gets more than 1,000 views, I will continue to keep making reactions to older Top Gear and Grand Tour specials. So go ahead, hit that like button, and tell your friends. And I'll also put a link over here somewhere of the previous 2 Grand Tour specials that I did a reaction on. So if you haven't seen those, go ahead and take a look at those as well. Now, admittedly, I did want to do this reaction as soon as this episode did drop, but I couldn't since I was traveling overseas in Europe. So I've been very careful not to get spoiled on anything, see any spoilers online, on social media or anything. I've been really careful to avoid all of those. I don't know anything about this episode other than they're back in Africa and that this is the last episode. So I've been both incredibly excited and absolutely dreading watching this last episode because it's the last one. We don't get to see any more of the trio in the Grand Tour. So I saw this meme or comment online where somebody said, hey, if I don't watch this last episode of the Grand Tour, that means the last episode didn't happen, right? The show keeps going on. So I thought that was pretty funny. And I can relate to that because after this, there's just not going to be any more. So this is the last hurrah. This is the last ride. And I can't wait to do this reaction and share it with you guys. And hopefully you guys enjoy the reaction along with me. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. I'm already loving how they're showing some of the highlights from the previous Grand Tour episodes. This is awesome. One for the road.
Hello and welcome to our last ever Grand Tour.
Whoa, that's gorgeous. He's standing in the middle of a bridge. It's hundreds of feet down. Oh my goodness, look at that. Is that Richard? Yep. Wow, that looks terrifying. And fun.
Clarkson arrived, having already made a mistake.
Idiot!
Why have you bought a Lancia?
It was the ideal car for Africa. It broke
I
down
don't
all
think
the
that's what happened in that Botswana episode. It kept breaking down. They've all brought very pretty cars.
Sister Woman.
Will they all stay that way?
We are currently on the far eastern side of Zimbabwe, and we're going to travel 1,200 miles.
1,200
on the
miles.
western side. And that's it. So, for the last time, here we go.
Oh, guys, no, I'm not. Don't like when they say that. Last time, it still hasn't hit me.
Holy moly, look at that view.
They've chosen a very beautiful place for their last episode. Very, very pretty.
Chaps, no other way to put this other than I'm breaking down.
Mine was the first bonnet to go up. Bye.
There we go.
Still a bastard, after all
Still a bastard.
There's a big puff of smoke coming from your car.
Yeah.
Down 2 cars, and it's been, what, 10 minutes into the episode?
Temperatures and pressure's good.
I heard that. My goodness.
Happily, I was now on the move.
Okay, got it fixed.
Road.
And the next morning, James ruined the dawn chorus.
Of course he's vacuuming.
Morning.
That is very, very
How empty does your mind
typical
have to
James
be for
May.
you to think, I've asked my local contacts to send you a backup car. Why don't I take this into the village and I'll sell it or give it away? I'll give it.
Yes, get rid. Do you want something to put over your head?
I've had the most extraordinary accident, okay? I lost it, and I've ended up here on this cliff edge. Look,
Oh no.
it gets worse.
Jesus.
Now, at the moment, the situation is stable.
What an unfortunate series of events.
As you can see, James May is opening a tin of Oh no!
Whoa. What a shot. Bye. How did they get the clearance to do that? It keeps going. It hasn't stopped.
To my right, the most spectacular valley I've ever seen in my life. To my left, Ireland.
Wow. The scenery has changed so much. It's only been 15, 20 minutes.
I know what happened. Until something did snag on the road surface.
Oh. That didn't sound good. Oh, his bumper. Oh boy.
What's particularly irritating is this car was in brilliant condition when I bought it.
So was that Rimac.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, until
Yes. You can't even see him anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And soon, things got even better.
Ooh.
Yes. Look at this. Oh, there is a God. It's completely changed again, the terrain. Jesus, wept it's pretty.
Wow.
We're on a Star Trek set now.
Well, I've got a suggestion.
We leave him, darling.
Yes, exactly.
I also don't like people with tattoos. They're pretty grown men who draw themselves.
Is that the smallest cog tattoo that he has on? I think it is.
The smallest cock. He's had his.
Well, there you go.
Well, what happens when that gets canned?
Much more lively now. They're in the city.
What's
gonna happen here?
Cities like this. Oh, check out the policeman, James. Check out that policeman.
Reminds me of Chris Tucker in Rush Hour 3. What's he doing? I would get in a car crash so fast.
Sidewinder.
Oh, we got it to work. That's awesome. That's actually really cool. Sounds like a rally car now. My goodness.
So this is 45
What?
kilograms of silver.
Best souvenir.
I know. The tarmac ran out.
Oh, gosh.
Please don't let this be washboard. Oh, God.
I think they dealt with washboard
Oh, wait, I'm stopping. What?
dirt roads in... What special was it? Sand job, I think.
We reached the banks of the Zambezi. Oh, God. James quickly built all that we needed to start smelting our silver. He is Victorian.
Very happy.
Isn't it magnificent?
Is that what you made out of your silver?
Oh, yeah.
Bonnet ornament.
Is it the bonnet?
But it's not on the bonnet.
Stuart Little spoiler, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, the width. Yeah,
Yes.
that's all the silver I had. You total plum sack.
It's a lake.
Is
Yeah.
it?
I just assumed there'd be a road round it, and there isn't. We've driven all the way. I've just been using this side
No,
of the
no,
map.
no,
Yes.
Jeremy, we can see the problem.
Yeah.
It's there, pointing at the map.
It was all folded up inside. Guess how many crocodiles are in that lake?
Oh, goodness.
No.
Somewhere between 100 and 250,000. 2 weeks ago,
I like how we
shooting
just went
later. Would you like to see? On average, 47 people a year killed by crocodiles.
And there aren't that many people here to see.
Oh goodness.
It's going to be a long night. Not our first. Ordinarily, I'd say not our last. Oh, stop saying those things, Richard.
Oh, he's getting sentimental too.
Look, this is the Caddy, yeah? Salt pans. That's where we did our very first special 17 years ago. I'd like to finish there.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, that's what they're gonna do.
20 miles or so.
Oh man. Full circle trip, wow.
With our new plan agreed on, we set a
It's gonna be even more emotional now. Come on, man.
pretty good.
Oh. Ah, I hate that sound.
The news from underneath my car wasn't good. So I'm going to have to run without it.
And if you wanted to know what a shock absorber does, it stops cars doing that. Since we got off the boats this morning,
Yeah.
I have been shaken to pieces. So why don't we convert our cars to run on the railway lines? We've done it before.
I was about to say they have done that before in
What
one of their challenges in Top Gear.
We found a workshop and cued the music.
Cue the music. Here we go. Bum, bum, bum.
A couple of days later, the work was complete.
Days.
Unlike that.
Yeah, let me talk you through this. Mine's
Whoa.
and I suspect you're not interested.
Sits on rollers, back wheels turn rollers, rollers turn wheel, it goes along.
We boarded our trains, ready for the off.
Oh boy. Us come
This
off.
meant that James and I had both derailed.
Which means it goes the other way to the way these wheels are turning.
So he should have gone in reverse.
We set off once more.
He's going backwards. Wow.
On the Victoria Falls Bridge.
That's amazing. It's such a weird combination of what these guys are doing. They're on railway tracks, on cars, going over a bridge, over a gorge, in Africa. What incredible circumstances.
I shall certainly miss doing this sort of thing.
Oh, gosh.
This spanner's too big to reach.
We don't all have to go to the same old folks home, do we?
He said he's deleting our numbers as soon as we finish. And we finished delete.
It's quite easy to do. They're right next to each other. World's smallest, world's biggest.
That's actually true as well.
We really did save the best till last.
Wow, look at that map.
Us three smugglers were now on our final drive together.
Oh, here we go. Final drive. This is it, guys.
Heading to our favourite place in the world.
I'm so excited, but I'm dreading it because I don't want it to end.
But I never dreamed it would grow into a career and life-defining adventure, and occasionally, nearly career and life-ending adventure.
That's so true. He's had a couple of those.
I hope we brought you a little bit of happiness.
Oh, God. No tears. No tears. No tears.
Several miles further,
Oh, I hate that.
and broke down again.
No tears.
No way.
What is it?
It's my car. It's my car from the very first special.
Is it?
Is that? It can't be James's work. The Light Bike Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
That is astonishing. I'm slightly choked up.
Is that my Mercedes?
I think that's your Mercedes.
Oh.
That was my souvenir.
Let's stick it in.
No freaking way.
There you go.
It's got its eye back.
What an incredible sight, guys. My gosh.
Incredible.
Oh no. Alright, here we go.
Why don't we do it Macaddy style?
Oh, did they? They took the doors off.
What a way to end the Grand Tour!
Wow. I'm getting goosebumps. That's the same shot that they did in that first Botswana special, like the cars panning along that way.
Someday you'll return.
Frick. God damn it. Look away, nothing to see here. Frick. Ugh. Frick. Ugh. Oh, there it is.
There's our tree.
Oh, the tree, that's right, the tree.
Thank you very, very much for watching. Means a lot.
My heart's beating so fast. What's the tree? Holy crap. Oh, Jesus. It's literally the same shot. Man, they got the old footage.
And,
That's it.
Oh, it's the crew.
My sweet Lord,
Great song, too.
my Lord,
Ah, damn it, guys. Damn it.
my sweet Lord, my Lord.
Oh, they're all going their separate ways. Oh, what a shot. There he is, deleting the phone numbers. Alright guys, so that was my reaction for the last episode of the Grand Tour, One for the Road, and just my immediate thoughts. There were a lot of scenes and moments in the entire episode that were definite standouts for me. One was, let's start from the beginning, they all chose three very, very pretty cars. They all chose cars that they all wanted, so it wasn't something that was decided for them, which I kind of liked how they took that and ran with it. This episode is they all wanted to do something that they all intended. They went and did the adventure how they wanted to do the adventure and with the cars that they chose, so I really liked that too. It wasn't something like all the Top Gear and Grand Tour episodes we've seen before where the cars may have been chosen for them or needed to have certain restrictions. They all chose something that they just wanted to drive, and they really enjoyed that, and it really showed in the episode. Another element that I really enjoyed was whenever they took their cars and turned them into trains on railroad tracks and drove a good length of the ways from Zimbabwe over to Botswana using the railway tracks. I thought that was a really cool element. They did do something like that before where it was during the Top Gear era and they had, I think, camper vans on the back. It was something along those lines. I do remember watching that episode of Top Gear, and it was kind of a cool callback to what they did here, and I really enjoyed that. Speaking of the cars over the tracks, I love that scene where the cars were going over that bridge. It was very, very unique setting and moment where it's just cars on a track over a bridge in Africa, and Richard's car was going backwards over the tracks. It was such a unique and extremely memorable moment in this episode that I really, really liked as well. And I don't know if it was planned or not, but whenever they came across their original cars from that first special for Top Gear in Botswana, that was such a cool moment. And you saw Jeremy and James get pretty emotional over seeing the original cars, and I got pretty emotional as well. It's such a cool sight to see that they're still there, because I often wonder what happens to these cars that they go on these trips with. Some stay, clearly, and some are taken, like obviously Oliver, the Opel Kadett, wasn't there with the cars because Richard has that car still, which is really cool. But seeing those original ones, the old Lancia and the original Mercedes that Jeremy and James drove, that was one of the coolest scenes in all of Top Gear and Grand Tour that I'm going to remember for a long time. And then another brilliant scene was whenever they took the original scenes from the Top Gear Botswana episode and did a side-by-side shot of then and now. It was such beautiful filmmaking and choice of the directors to have those shots, because deciding to put those throwback scenes on there and just to show how long of a journey that they've all come through. It's so emotionally satisfying and gratifying and kind of humbling as well that they've gone on all of these trips, but to end where it all began in such a full circle moment, it's incredible. And especially whenever they were walking towards the baobab tree, the same tree, the one that Richard put his hand on, and they were all standing, you know, and admiring the landscape. That was such an incredible shot that I'm very, very glad that they put in this episode. We saw Jeremy and Richard and James. They all got their moments to show gratitude, and whenever Jeremy said thank you very much for watching, and James said I hope you had a bit of happiness enjoying it with us, and then same thing for Richard as well. I don't know if it got you guys, but it got me a little bit. It got me welling up a little bit whenever they showed those emotions. And also the final shot of the cars all just kind of going their separate ways. And they even included the shot of James deleting their phone numbers. That was absolutely hilarious. And it kind of reminded me of that scene in Furious 7 where Dom and Brian, went their separate ways. It's the end of an era. It's been 22 years of adventures and laughs and them being annoyed at each other and us just absorbing and just laughing the entire time along with them. And I'm very glad that we were able to join them on their last adventure. And on a personal note, I mean, you guys saw I welled up a little bit there. It was a very emotional experience for me and for a lot of you guys watching along with me as well, I'm sure. I only came across Top Gear accidentally just scrolling through YouTube one day, and the first episode I watched was the Olympics one where they took that mini and attached rockets to it and took it up a mountain slide, and you know the episode I'm talking about. That was the first episode I saw, and I've been hooked ever since. And just to see how far these guys have come along, it is I've used this word a lot, it's incredibly emotional, and I didn't think that it would get me, but it got me pretty good there. But sometimes whenever I'm just, cleaning or just doing some work, I always have some episode of Top Gear or Grand Tour in the background, just because it's entertaining, it's funny, and I will miss watching new episodes of Grand Tour very, very much, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way as well. So final thoughts are, I really enjoyed the episode. It's not the most exciting, it's not the most bombastic, it's not the craziest adventure, but it is a great send-off to a staple of TV and motoring history with Jeremy, Richard, and James. I've definitely enjoyed watching all of their episodes, their adventures, and all the trouble that they've gotten themselves into over the past 2+ decades. And it's crazy to think that it's all over, and it hasn't quite hit me yet that it's over, but I'm sure it'll hit me soon. If you enjoyed watching this reaction with me, please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. I do reply to the comments, and if we can get this video over 1,000 views, I'll continue to make Top Gear and Grand Tour reactions for the older specials, because I think a lot of you guys out there are wanting to see Top Gear and Grand Tour reaction content. So like I said, if we can get this over 1,000 views, I'll continue to make some more. Well, that'll do it for this reaction video. Thank you so much for watching along with me. Like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.